What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this video is about Empire Season 6, Episode 18 recap. Home is on the way. We're winding down to the completion of the Empire series, and it's really actually bittersweet. And a lot of the last episodes have been doing a lot of flashbacks, and it's pretty interesting. Before we get into it, please subscribe to my channel, and I'm trying to get to 30k subs. I really appreciate your help and support, and also hit that like button. Let's get into it. Now, this episode started off weird. I'm thinking, what am I watching? A black exploitation movie? Is this Black Dynamite? And so it got a albino afro wearing assassin, mini ninja midget, Andre with the fro. And so we see he's like kidnapped, and Giselle's got him. You better watch it, sucker. Where is the mama? Where's the secrets? And so it's this real kind of corny, funny black exploitation. Cookie come in, that I'm Cookie line, baby. And so of course she gonna kick ass and take names. And so she starts doing black exploitation style karate and beating up everybody, taking out all the goons until it's just Giselle left. And so now they got ninja swords and everything. It's real corny / funny, and it's done that way on purpose. And so I was wondering, what is this and what is going on? And so after she defeats everybody, she frees Andre, and next thing you know, he was gone, and it was all a dream. And then next thing you know, it's nobody there, nobody's. And she's saying in present day time, she's talking to her therapist, in my dreams I'm Superwoman and I'm able to do it all, but then I wake up, I realize I can't. She say, well, Cookie, I mean, nobody can do it all. Black women feel they have to, but you don't. She say, why are you Cookie? What happened to Laretha? You were transformed into Cookie by Lucius. She say, no, that wasn't my choice. A lot of things happen by choice, but I don't know. I ain't got time for this. I gotta get ready to go. I got stuff to do than sit here and talk about the old days. I gotta go. Meanwhile, at the Lion's Den, we see that Cookie and Lucius are sitting there eating breakfast or whatever. Andre come in packing, and he say, so I'm getting ready to leave. I'm going to Uruguay, Pop. And so she, Andre, just wait a second, baby. You don't know what happened. You need to stay. You don't know what's going on with Terry and everything. Andre, boy, you going too fast, honey. And they said, look, Ma, Terry, she's done. She's not going to forgive me. I need to go. Hey, look here, man. You just got on the meds. Give it a time. We see how the meds adjust, man, for you all the way in some other country. Pop, I gotta go, okay? I appreciate it, but I gotta go. So we see later that Lucius and Cookie were on the way to a private airport, getting on the Empire private jet, hopping on the PJ. And she say, yeah, you were making me late tying up them courses. He said, look here, man, you can't be late on the private plane. She say, yeah, well, you know what? I just can't wait to see Giselle in them face. And then we gonna go ahead and get papplemoose and see what's going on with that board. And so later we see on the other side of town, West Coast, San Fran, Giselle wearing her doomy dress, looking real sexy at the office. And they walk in, Giselle and Patel, and they see Lucius and Cookie there. So they shocked. They like, excuse me, Lucius and Cookie, this is a private board meeting. What are you doing here? You need to leave. Say, look here, man, while you two was at home playing house, well, we weren't playing any games at all, actually, man. And so what we are going to do is we're going to help integrate the board and bring in 2 new board members, another first black female board member. Anybody in favor? And everybody voting. She like, hold on, you guys, you can't do this. We were going to expand Empire, and Patel is just speechless, and she like, you just stop it right there, girl, with your nipple bit of confidence, and you get up out of here. You fired again, bitch. And then next thing you know, on the ride home, we see Lucius and Cookie, and they happy, but Lucius is saying, what's going on, man? We won. We on top, and you look like your dog died. What's up? She said, you know what, Lucius? I don't know. When did I become Cookie and stop being Laretha? He said, what? You hear yourself, man? You always been Cookie and Larita and one of the baddest bitches around. And she starts smiling and laughing. Say, Cookie is just a monster to come out to protect Larita's loved ones. And now they all hugged up and happy again. And so they friends. And so he say, you got it. Meanwhile, we see back at the lion's den that the two brothers is talking. And so we see that Hakeem is telling him, hey man, my mom was gone when I was a kid. You want your son to be like that? You don't want to do that, but she won't forgive me, man. He said, hey, look, you got to do it. You got to fight. We got lawyers on retainer. Go ahead, bro. You need to fight for your kids, man. I'm telling you. And so it looked like he finally getting through to Andre. Meanwhile, we see that they getting the rehearsals and stuff ready for Bossy Fest, and Cash Doll is chewing Becky out, and that's a lot of chewing. And so she's mad that the sound check ain't right, and Becky trying to, smooth things over. And so then once she finished talking to Cash Doll, she like, look, what's going on with this? You better not try to embarrass me with this sound check and stuff. She like, the sound check to work out the kinks, Becky, you know this. She say, all I know is that we need to secure the bag, like it was Halloween. All right. She said, bag secured. And she said, good, because we don't have to be friends, Portia. Meanwhile, back at Empire, we see that they in the studio, Lucius and Philly Street, and they working on the song. And he like, man, what's up, man? What's going on? You got this girl Yana in here performing, man. You gonna take her on tour? He said, yeah, man. I'm gonna take her on tour, man. Yeah, she's a good girl. He said, yeah, it seems like she in the booth doing it just for you. What you gonna do, man? He say, man, she don't understand. She too smart for her own good. She figured out that song was for Cookie. He said, Cookie, you day one, man. No young girl gonna understand that. He said, I know, man. And so later we see at the Lion's Den, Cookie come to see Lucius. What you want? He said, look here, I want to let you know that song was about you. Tell me something I don't know. He said, but I wrote it based off the letters I wrote you. Lucius, what are you talking about? You ain't never wrote me no letters in jail. I wrote the letters, man. I just never sent them. I thought that these would make you soft, and I thought you needed to be hard in there. So you sent divorce papers instead? Hey, I can't change the past, man. But it is what it is, and I wanted to let you know that it was about you. You know what, Lucius? You and Yana have a wonderful time on tour, and I really appreciate it, Lucius. And so she leave, and she left them letters though. Meanwhile, she back at home tossing it up with her sister. Yeah, girl, I got my own show now and everything. I got an idea for 2 guest hosts. Yeah, right. Bougie and the hoe. I ain't got time for that, girl. You better stop while I beat your ass. She said, anyway, Cookie, look, the new angle is me. I'm my journey. I did 17 years, girl, and I'm ready. Cookie Line is ready to have her show. Here I come, girl. Meanwhile, we see back at the Lion's Den, Andre is sitting there in the Bible, in the Word, and he talking about, I have unclean lips, and I'm around those with unclean lips. And so he kind of tweaking out, but then he calls up on the phone, Terry, I'm going to be there for you when you're ready. I want to let you know I'll be there for the kids. And then he hang up. And so now he going through a thing. Meanwhile, we see that Hakeem and his new boo is sitting there doing an interview, and the interviewer, she started asking questions. So what about your mom? Wasn't she Cookie's cellmate and you're a prison baby? She like, I didn't want to talk about that. That's not on the talking point. She like, that's a big jump from prison baby to married to Hakeem Lion. She like, I don't, this isn't what we were here for. He said, look, this is over. This interview is over. My wife is crying. Y'all need to get out. He get up, push over the camera. Everybody scared. They leave. He go all in front of her. You all right, boo? And so now it look like they might be forming a real connection. They started smooching. And so who knows how that may turn out. Meanwhile, Bossy Fest is in full effect. They got the MC. She's announcing all the groups. And the first group she announced is Hakeem and Maya Lion. And they come out and they performing their little song together, their little duet, and now they all in each other's grill, all lovey-dovey. Meanwhile, we see on the Harlem stage Cash Doll performing, and Becky is looking at everything going smooth, and she sees that Portia's performing on the side, going with it, and she like, you know what? She feel bad. She did Portia kind of greasy, and so in the background we see that Dame then came in the backstage area and talking to Lucius. You did my daughter good, man. You made her a star. You trying to take her on a European tour? Man, you kept it professional. I give it to you, Lucius. Hey, man, I told you, man. She a star, man. He said, all right, Lucius, you did good, man. Meanwhile, we see that the most beautiful performer they got, Tiana, is on stage, killing it, sexy, performing. And so now we see Becky trying to be cool and make up, and Portia ain't trying to hear it. She like, I ain't got time for your multiple personalities. She like, well, yeah, but one of them is trying to make up with you, and I got it where you could go on the last end of Tiana's bop, and you could sing. The track is extended and everything. So I'm sorry about stealing the song and giving it to Cash Doll. Can we be friends again? She like, bitch, yeah. And so now she over here giving Becky a hug. And so now they done made up. And so she almost was able to reach her arms all around Becky. Meanwhile, she hurries up on the stage. She dances, singing, and she's, performing. Becky is smiling like it was free food on display. And so now everybody is happy and dancing. And look at her with that green jumpsuit looking like She-Hulk standing next to Tiana. Meanwhile, we see that Cookie is in the background, and she's telling her, introduce me as Laretha Cookie Lion. And he say, yeah, did I hear that right, man? She say, yeah, it sounds good, don't it? He say, yeah, it does, man. You go ahead. And they say, Laretha Cookie Lion. Meanwhile, we see that in the backstage, Lucius is trying to give, Yana Badu some tips, and she like, vocal lessons? Come on, Lucius, what do you really want to say? He's like, what do you mean, man? She said, you not going on tour with me, are you? I knew it. I knew it. I saw this coming. He was speechless. He just like, come on, man. Meanwhile, she go on stage and she's saying that she never thought she'd be in this moment, but now she start performing and singing the song, and she keep looking at Lucius while she's singing. And her daddy is in the audience and he's staring, looking at her perform, and she starts singing the song, sounding good. Everybody is enjoying it, and Lucius is singing word for word, staring at Cookie, and Cookie staring back at Lucius, but Yana Badu is staring at Lucius. So they got a little three-way love triangle. Meanwhile, while this is going on, the show is showing a montage of clips throughout the show. You can see Lucius when he had a process, Cookie big, juicy, beautiful booty hanging out. He was married to Anika, and it's just a big trip down memory lane, and it's, bittersweet when Cookie beat the process out of his head, and he had to follow the drip back home, and they got remarried and all kind of different things that the show been through, and it's just really interesting. Meanwhile, backstage, Cookie go ahead and fix her a little cocktail, and Andre shows up and say, Andre, you still here? Does that mean you not going nowhere, Andre? And he say, yeah, Mom, I realize I got other reasons to stay. And she said, I tried to tell you, baby. Come on, let's go. Meanwhile, Yana's still performing, and she just finishing up. She happy, tore the house down there and leaving, and she walked past Lucius. He like, hold on, man, what's going on? What's mad? What's the problem? Lucius, I don't want to hate you, but I mean, I can't compete with you, and I don't want you to use me as a stepping stone to get back with your ex-wife. He said, no, I do love you, man. I know, but you don't love me like her. No, you made me love music again. He gave her a kiss on the forehead right when Dame Dollar walked in, so he getting pissed. He looking, that little busted lip on the bottom is starting to shrivel up, and so Lucius always crying, look here, I love you, okay? I'll be here for you. And Cookie is watching him hug Yana, and I guess she's at the angle where she could see Dame too, because she said, Lucius! And right when she say that, he turns, and right when he turns, the body turns, and so Yana is now facing where he is, and Dame was pulling the trigger, and next thing you know, We cut to Lucius, and he's crying, drawing pictures, man. He's sad. We see Dame on the run in a Rolls Royce. I don't know how the cops ain't caught him in a Rolls Royce, but he's in there, busted lip, shriveled up, looking at pictures of Yana, thinking about what could have been, and now he just shriveling up that lip with some oil, and now he rubbed that oil on his gun, and it blessed it. And meanwhile, we see back at Empire that Lucius is talking with everybody, and he's telling them, look here, man, in addition to your regular security, we got more security because we don't know where Dame Dollar is until we find him. And so then Andre is looking at the picture, and he's like, this is all wrong. We never back down, okay, Pop? Now, I'm trusting you to bring us through everything like you always do, okay? Now, we don't need to cancel the premiere of Empire. We just need to go ahead. She said, well, we gonna lock Leviticus down like a drum, okay? And so everybody leave. And meanwhile, while they leave, she say, Lucius, promise you leave Dame alone until this is over. He say, that's up to Damon. Meanwhile, back in Cookie's apartment, she getting dressed with her sister, and we get a knock at the door, and this Philly cheesesteak, and he's giving her the letter that Lucius wrote. He said he wanted me to deliver this, so she reading the letter, and then you see her sister saying, what is it, Cookie? And she say, you know what? He is the love of my life. I gotta go. He in trouble. And so, meanwhile, we see all his security then got took out, and so he's trying to figure out who did it, what happened, and then Dame get the drop on him. They start fighting, they wrestling, punching, fighting, all on the floor. Dame choking him out. Lucius got to kick his leg off, and this is the definition of breaking your foot off in somebody's ass, because he took his foot off, broke it off, and then shoved it up his head. And so somehow, some way, he was able to kill this dude with the peg leg. So old Peggy ended up coming in handy, and so he's almost choked out, hurt too. And here comes Cookie. Lucy, you breathe, Lucy, breathe. It's me. Come on, Lucius. And so later we see that all he needed was a band-aid, because now they back at the party. All these dead bodies be damned. The party don't stop. And so we see everybody there. He's at the premiere. I want to welcome y'all and my son right here. And then we see that Hakeem come out with the new song based on, the show and everything. And while he doing it, the lyrics is good. It's basically a story of the history of the show, how they met, what they went through. And while he's singing the song, they showing all the clips through the history of the show, and it's pretty cool to flash back and see Jamal when he was wearing his little heels, and Lucius threw him in the garbage like chitlin juice, and we see that Cookie was in jail and all the things that she tried to go through, and Hakeem and all the growth that he's endured, and all the different hairdos and processes that Lucius had, and the Cookie drama and stuff. And I mean, the show it's bittersweet. It kind of make you realize all the stuff went through. Shine dead, Anika's dead. I mean, they got a high body count. They used to roll deep. Now, a two-man crew. Lucius saw his different processes he done had, and so it's just pretty interesting to see all the flashbacks and stuff. It was kind of cool to go down memory lane to the Empire when he was wearing this, olive green suit. And so at the end, I mean, it was good. It was a good episode, a lot of flashbacks, and it was pretty interesting to see and remember a lot of the journey that the characters went through on Empire. And so, it's unfortunate that the show is finally coming to an end. Now it's time for real talk. Now, I think that this was a good episode because of all the flashbacks and the nostalgia. It was good and interesting to see and remember some of the stuff they went through. Some of the stuff that the show has done through the years is just so unbelievable. But again, that's TV. How in the world are they going to be on the board of this new company overnight? I don't understand that. That didn't make any sense to me. But again, that's TV. and Becky. Her relationship with Portia, that was kind of interesting, and I guess she did kind of feel guilty. She could have handled it a little smoother. I don't personally think she was in the wrong, but it could have been a dicey situation when you got business mixed with friends. And also, it was interesting that Lucius never, he wrote all those letters but never sent them to Cookie, and had them for all these years and never told her. And when he finally told her, she like, damn. But she didn't take them letters. She left them like, forget them now. I don't need it now. So, that was interesting to see. And then also, what's going on with that interview with Maya, and then the girl tried to ambush her, and then she crying, and now Hakeem, he got up to defend her with his jacket with the golden chicken wings. I don't know what was up with that. He had the golden chicken wings on his shoulders, so he was ready to swoop down and save her. But I don't know. I think that she's really trying to pull one on Hakeem, and I know we won't probably see how this all plays out, but I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna be good for Hakeem in the end, but who knows. And then, of course, the elephant in the room is, why did Damon Cross have to try to shoot Lucius right there on the spot, and of course miss and kill his daughter, and he got away with it? Like, I don't understand that. And all Lucius did was kiss her on the forehead. It wasn't like he was, tonguing her down or anything. So, I mean, he took it just before the concert started. They were cool, and he said you kept it professional. And then he see him give her a kiss on the forehead, and now he ready to kill him. But nobody catches this dude, and he on the run in a Rolls Royce. And then somehow he's able to jump into his house Mission Impossible style, take all the guards out, but he couldn't get away from that peg leg. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's good TV. It's interesting, funny. It gives me something to talk about. And at the end, we'll see how it all turns out. Hopefully they did have a chance to film the final episode. I know they were saying that it wasn't all completed because of the coronavirus. So hopefully that things were completed, or enough of it is done where they're able to make something happen. I don't know, but I do hope that they are able to finish this series. It would be a shame to just leave it alone with one episode left on the cutting room floor, especially when it's the final episode and the main person that we thought would kill Lucius and Cookie is now dead, which is Damon Cross, which is why I think Giselle is the one that's going to get them all killed, because she has the most to gain. She can get the power and Empire. She can get with Bossy. She can get with Papplemoose. There's just so many angles that she can benefit from, one or the other. And I think that Giselle has something to do with it. And I'm interested to see how it all turns out. In the end, I want to thank you all for watching my video, supporting me through this journey of Empire. I've been reviewing this show for a while, since I started, since season 4, since I started my YouTube channel. I got a huge playlist full of videos of Empire, Power, many more. I appreciate your support through all these hard ups and downs that's going on. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.